Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Akil and I'm going to be doing a in-depth review sort of. It's very late at night here. Originally I recorded this but for some reason it didn't go through, so I'm going to do it right now. And I know you guys are probably like, what's going on with this channel, blah blah blah, all the type of stuff. So I thought I'd just do something for you guys. So every month I might do one of these. And today I'm starting off with the first film in this franchise. Probably my favorite film franchise ever, and that's the Harry Potter series. I actually planned to do this year, but as you guys, but what I'm trying to say, guys, is that last year I didn't end up doing an Lord of the Rings review, so that didn't happen. And in 2020, I was originally actually supposed to do Harry Potter. So since we're in 2020, why not fulfill that plan, that promise that you know that I set in motion a couple years ago? So now I can actually start talking about these movies. Finally, yay! So the first Harry Potter movie came out 2001, kind of changed the game for fantasy. Lord of the Rings was coming at that time. Narnia would come out later. This movie, of course, stars Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, Emma Watson, Alan Rickman as Snape, Robbie Coltrane as Hagrid, Maggie Smith as Professor McGonagall, Richard Harris, rest in peace, as Dumbledore, so on and so on. You guys get the point, right? Yeah. And it's the first Harry Potter movie, and if you somehow never seen a Harry Potter movie, what are you doing with yourselves? These movies are incredible, they are great. The first movie is about Harry going to Hogwarts, meeting Ron, Hermione, going to school, learning all these different spells, and eventually facing his destiny in the last act of the film. And it's one piece of the puzzle to, kind of destroying and stopping Voldemort in a way. So yeah, now this film is very wholesome at times. It's very kid friendly. However, I don't consider this a perfect movie. It's not a perfect movie. The first act is definitely slow. It takes time. It takes time to get used to it. But once you start getting into the magical world, the wizarding world, I should say in this case, it really helps. It really benefits that. And I absolutely love the film at times when it really gets all like magical and fancy. Like there's something really special about it. Like the Quidditch sequences, they don't hold up that well, obviously, but it's still fun to see. And the third act is exciting at times. It's very cool to see, the trio together, doing all these things. And there's a reason why they are known as the Golden Trio, because these are the characters that make up the franchise. And every time I hear Daniel Radcliffe's voice, whether it's in an interview or whatever, I think of Harry. Like, he is Harry Potter to me. Like, I'll never unsee that. This is the franchise that I grew up with as a kid. It's the first movie that started it all, that made me love the whole Harry Potter franchise, and I thank this movie so much, right? In terms of like, the full on, in depth parts of this film, or like, let me rephrase that. If I was to go analytical in terms of that, I would have to say directing wise, it's great. I love the panning up shot of Hogwarts. It's probably the best panning shot in the whole franchise, in my opinion. I can't think of anything else that's like that. No, I can't think off the top of my head right now. But I did not rewatch this movie just now. Okay, I have seen this movie enough times to talk about it. I know everything that happens in this movie, but I do not want to spoil, even though it's an in-depth review. I'm just talking about it in depth. The directing is great. Cinematography wise, it's pretty much flawless. It looks like a good film. It's edited well. The music by John Williams is fantastic. I'm trying to think of anything else. The characters. Now, let's talk about the characters. Harry in this movie is kind of a character that you like. He's supposed to be, this ultimate badass wizard, but how come when he's a kid he just knows a little bit of stuff? Like, doesn't he have some like wizard DNA? Some people might be thinking that. No, he doesn't. He's growing, he's learning all these spells. Like we are as audience members, we're experiencing everything through Harry's eyes. And when he's wowed at something, we're wowed at something. That's why when he goes to Diagon, he's like blown away, so are we. And it's all adding to the fact that this is such a big, massive, expansive world. So yeah, I mean, Ron, Hermione, they're just classic. This is a classic movie. This is now considered a classic film because the movie came out like what 2001. I was 1 years old when this movie came out, so I was obviously very young. I had no idea what the hell a movie was when I was 1 years old, but probably I can't remember. But anyway, it's a classic fantasy movie. I mean, there's funny moments, there's serious moments, there's moments that just so pure of heart and all that type of stuff. Like I said, the first act does take time to get used to. Once Harry gets to Hogwarts, it's a very fun, exciting film and all that type of stuff. Draco, they're really teasing how bad of a bad guy he really is later on. They're really setting that up very well. Neville, that awkward kid that we can all kind of relate to. There's a Neville in all of this in some parts, whether we like it or not. I mean, there's a Harry, there's a Ron, and a Hermione in all of this. But the reason why I don't think it's my favorite film in the franchise is one, the pacing. Two, that things I just wish they would have cut it. And three, I wish there was more of certain characters like Quirrell, maybe a bit more Voldemort and all that type of stuff. Maybe some more of Harry and his parents as well before Voldemort came and killed them. I would have loved to see more of that. Like if they did a reboot, not saying that I want one, it would be better. So yeah, but apart from that, that's it. I think it's a good movie. Overall, on the scale of 1 to 10, it'll be a 7 out of 10 for me. But I don't, absolutely hate the movie. I don't hate the movie by any means necessary. It's still a good movie. And it's my least favorite film in the franchise. But that doesn't mean that like I said before, I hate it. I don't think it's bad. The franchise overall is my favorite franchise ever. Like I said before, it's the thing that I grew up on. I love it more than Star Wars. I love it more than the MCU. I even love it more than the Dark Knight trilogy. There you go. It's a great franchise. That first film, I mean, it really started something. It really started a new age of fantasy movies. Like after that, Lord of the Rings, of course, would rival that and all that. But still, the first Harry Potter movie, classic. Love these characters. Love this franchise. This movie is just so fun. So full of warmth. I mean, I don't really have anything else to say. I can't go in depth about this movie at times because I don't want to spoil. The thing is, when I do in depth reviews, I spoil stuff. I don't want to spoil stuff because I feel like people have to watch these movies and just go in blind. Like, I talked in depth about Pirates, Hobbit, but this, I feel like I just want to do like a regular normal review, but sometimes go in depth and analytical at certain parts. Like, I was going a bit in depth with that panning shot of Hogwarts and all type of stuff. I'm trying to think what other shots are good in this movie. Oh yeah, there's another panning shot of well, not really panning shot, but I guess of the three-headed dog, and that's really cool. I love the kind of somewhat twist at the end of the movie. That's kind of cool. The Quidditch sequences are done very well, even though the CGI is kind of dated. I do have the first time you see Hagrid, like you expect him to say something like crazy, and then he just says something so funny out of nowhere. The first time we see baby Harry, and then Dumbledore's like, "Good luck, Harry Potter." It zooms into the baby Harry scar, and then it flashes on the screen, and then the epic music starts. That's cool. I'm just trying to think of any other scenes that really stick out to me. I mean, so many great moments in this franchise. The scene on the train, of course, that would be iconic. When those three characters meet and start talking, that's just funny. Like, you really start to see their personalities come to light, which is why I also think this movie is very important for the franchise. Like, if this movie failed, like, if the characters did not work, if Ron was just such a dumb guy, if Hermione was just such a know-it-all and not super caring and all that, and if Harry, was just kind of a bland character, like he was so oblivious to everything. Oh, that's kind of cool and all type of stuff. Like, he wasn't like wowed or anything like that. This movie would have not worked. It would have not worked, All the kids, when they see Hogwarts for the first time, are blown away. All the kids, when they see Hagrid, they're blown away. Ron's like, whoa, and then Harry's like, hi Hagrid, because of course they met each other before and all that type of stuff. So yeah, and it's just great. It's just such a good film. And Snape, man, when you see Snape, you're like, I don't like this guy. But when you rewatch it after watching the whole thing, you're like, I can understand where he's coming from. And then you start to feel for Snape. I'm not going to spoil, just saying that. So overall, the first Harry Potter film is a really fun film at times. Not necessarily an adventure film, it's more of a mystery film. It takes a long time until things start really getting into place. But once that happens, it's a good film. Really fun, exciting film. So overall, 7 out of 10 again, maybe 75% on Rotten Tomatoes for me if I would rate it. So that's like 7.5 out of 10. Yeah. If you have not watched the Harry Potter films, watch it. This is obviously a great place to start. Well, there's no other great place to start than this film. This is the way to start off a franchise. Iron Man started off the MCU in a very different way. Star Wars and New Hope started off the franchise in a new way too. Like back then it was Star Wars. That was like the franchise. Now it's Harry Potter, and then after that it's the MCU. Like every decade kind of has that franchise. 80s probably maybe Friday the 13th or Alien, I don't know. Actually I can't think of anything. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, 1 down, 7 more to go. Next month I will probably be doing Chamber of Secrets. Keep a lookout for that. But until then, that's some of my somewhat in-depth review for Harry Potter. It's very late, guys. It's like probably midnight now when I'm doing this. But anyway, guys, I felt like doing this. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, guys. My name's Akil, and I'm signing out.